श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ओम शांति शांति शांति। So last month we could not conduct class anyway. So Acharya, we have seen the Mangalacharana slokas long back, and we just started Sambandha Bhashya. Bhagavan says, Omityetadaksharam idam sarvam tasya upakhyanam vedantartha sara sangraha bhutam idam prakarana chatushtayam omiti etad aksharam ityadi arabhyate atayeva na prutak sambandha abhidheya prayojanani vaktavyani यान्येवतो वेदान्ते सम्बन्ध अभिधेय प्रयोजनानि तान्येव इह भवितुम् अर्हन्ति तथापि प्रकरण व्याचिक्यासुना संक्षेपतः वक्तव्यानि. So we saw only first paragraph, but we stopped there. Vedantartha sara sangraha bhutamidam prakarana chatushtayam. So this is Vedanta sara sangraha bhuta. What is Vedantartha? We were discussing that point. So first Upodghatam and this little bit of introduction, when we are very clear. We saw some introduction about Mandukya Upanishad, and also we started Vedantartha. In Vedantartha, what is Vedantartha? We saw 7 things are there. Adhikari Nirnaya, Guru Upasatti, Tatpada and Tvampada Shodhanam, Aikya, Virodha Parihara, Sadhana and Phala. Out of these 7, we saw earlier classes so far Adhikari Nirnaya, Guru Upasatti, Tatpada and Tvampada Shodhanam, and we saw Tattvamasi Mahavakya, how which Lakshana has to be applied, Jahad Lakshana, Ajahad Lakshana, Jahad Ajahad Lakshana, and we concluded there. Now today we will study what is Aikya. Aikya means oneness. That we have to study now. So am I clear? So, now the question is, how long does it take for a Jiva to become Ishvara? So the question is, how long does it take a father to become a man or a mother to become a woman? So what is that which makes a father into man? When he drops the abhimana that I am a father, immediately he becomes man. When somebody drops the upadhi, I am mother, she immediately becomes woman. So how long? The difference is just upadhi to be dropped. For that only janma janmantara sadhana. It can't be so easily dropped. So once that abhimana, I am father, is removed, very that moment itself a father becomes a man or a mother becomes a woman. So similarly, once the deha abhimana, sukshma sthula deha abhimana, sukshma deha abhimana also to be dropped. Once this deha abhiman is dropped, instantly jiva becomes Ishvara. So the question is now, Ishvara himself, when he brings the concept of I in this Sharira with one upadhi, as well as Indriyas, Mama Deha, Mama Indriyani, etc. in this body, then he becomes a Jiva, and once the identification is dropped with them, with the Sharira, our identification is brought into that bringing the me in this Sharira, in this Indriyas, in the Vesti Upadhi. When me is brought, already has been brought, and we are maintaining it. When the me is removed, instantly the Jiva becomes Ishvara. Now, therefore, Viveka has to be done. So many Vivekas are given in Shastras to bring to our understanding that there is oneness between Ishvara and Jiva. Viveka is discrimination. So what is kind of Viveka? Panchakosha Viveka was given. Panchabhuta Viveka also was given. Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Avastatraya Viveka was also given to us. Stula Sukshma Karana difference or Viveka, it was given to us. Sometimes seekers practice Virata Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara Viveka. Also Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Viveka. Sattva-rajas tamas Viveka. So in any Viveka you do discriminating, and after discriminating these things, once the upadhi is dropped, then that upadhi rahita vastu, that vastu of that whatever is balance remaining, which is without any upadhi or limited adjunct, that itself is realized as one without the second. So far clear. Now, with that knowledge of oneness, once upadhi is dropped, because the differences are created only by upadhi. Once the upadhi is dropped, that is when the knowledge of oneness is realized, eka when it is realized, then the anekatva bhranti is immediately or instantly destroyed. Now, this anekatva, does it mean that it is really existing, that is to be destroyed? No. This anekatva or the multiplicity doesn't really exist that we should destroy it. If something is really existing, then the question of destruction comes. It doesn't really exist. It is only an apparent realization. It is only seen as though it is existing. So, this multiplicity also is not real. We don't have to destroy. But destroy what? That apparently which is seen, when it is destroyed, the Bheda, that will completely bring us to the realization of oneness. So, Anekatva or Anekata is only a Bhranti. And this Bhranti is to be destroyed. So, अनेकता को नष्ट कर दो, नष्ट कर देने पर, कर जाने, नष्ट करने पर एकत्व का ज्ञान होता है, अनेकत्व का नष्ट करना कर दो, दैट इज रॉन्ग। अनेकत्व का भ्रांति का जो भ्रांति जब हट जाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड destroying the anekatva. The bhranti has to go. Okay, now let us take this example. What is this anekatva or anekatva bhranti? Now see, it is very clearly says that we know that drashta is different from drishya. Now let us think about drashta and drushya viveka. Now what is druk? Druk is different from drashta. Drashta is a seer seated in the intellect. It is a position that is taken by him after identifying with buddhi. So don't confuse. Druk is drashta. Drashta is a seer. Seer of what? Multiplicity here. One who is identified with buddhi, seated in upadhi called buddhi. Now, drashta, drushta, vivek, let us see. It is well known that drashta is different from drushya. Okay. Now the question is, this difference between drashta and drushya, is it real? The question has to be, vivek has to be done. And the truth is, the difference between drashta and drushya is not real. Now, that means what? अब देखिए, as long as we are seeing a pot, एक घड़ा को हम देख रहे हैं, हाँ, as long as we are seeing a pot, so long we are separated from the pot. Because we are seeing the pot, so we are separated from the pot. Now see, when we look at ourselves, when we see ourselves, अपने आप को आप देखने लग जाते हैं, then the pot cannot remain separated from us. How come? Let us see now. Now see, we know the cause is always, that is karana, is always different from the karya or effect. But effect is not different from or cannot be separated from the cause. Cause is always separated from the effect, but effect can never be separated from the cause. Think about it. So here, any effect is there, it can be easily separated from the cause. Sorry, cannot be separated from the cause, but cause can be separated from the effect. So therefore, mud can exist apart from the pot, but pot can never exist apart from the mud. That means what? Mud can never be separated from the pot. This implies there is no separate existence of the pot from the mud. So आप घट आकार से घट का जो तत्व के प्रति आप जाते हैं, then there is no difference between you and the pot. दृश्य and दृष्टा के बीच में जो अंतर प्रतीत हो रहा है, that अंतर मिट जाता है. But as long as we are seeing घड़ा, देख रहे हैं, so long, that means we are not seeing it ourselves. We are seeing the pot, and as long as we are seeing the pot, so long the difference between me and the pot continues to exist. So now take drashta and drishya. देखिए अपना drashta, drashta is seer, one who is seated in the intellect, seer. He can see the presence of the pot also and the absence of the pot also. Bhav and abhav, both are seen by the drashta. Both are seen by drashta. Whereas, now therefore means what? Therefore, drashta is separate from drishya because drashta is independent of the existence of the pot. Ghada hai, only then drashta is present. Ghada is not there, then drashta is not there. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. घड़ा रहे या ना रहे तो भी दृष्टा का अस्तित्व रहता है. So therefore, here, where is, now the question is, that means what? Drashta always is there. But where is drishya, or what is drishya without drashta here? है ही नहीं. दृष्टा के बिना दृश्य कहाँ है? तो इज नॉट देयर एट ऑल. सो वेर इज सीन? दृश्य without a seer or the drashta. Can the existence of drishya or seen be proved without drashta? So in both the ways we have seen that, therefore, what is this cause of this jagat is, cause of this world is abhinna nimitta upadana karana paramatma. So there is no difference. Drashya and drishya. Drishya and drashta. Drishya is srushti, if you say, created by Paramatma. Actually from whom? Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. Meaning, he himself is the material cause and efficient cause. So therefore, jahan pe same entity is material cause also and efficient cause also, there the difference is an illusion. Is the one and the same. So there, efficient cause, the creator, cannot be separated from the created or creation. If creation is separately brought by the creator, existing separated from the creator, then you can say. But he himself is the material cause and he himself has become the efficient cause. That means the difference between the differences created in such a creation is always an illusion. It cannot be real. Therefore, it is said in Shastras, Etova imani bhutani jayante, yena jatani jivanti. That from which all beings are born, that in which all beings exist, and that unto which all beings merge back. That state is called as Parabrahma Paramatma. That is Paramatma only. Therefore, other than this Ananta Brahma Vastu, there is nothing like Jagat at all. Jagat करके ऐसे चीज़ कोई भी नहीं है. Separated from the Paramatma, there is nothing called Jagat. Now, in this way, in this Siddhanta, that what we understood, the Siddhanta where Jagat is considered as Mithya. What is Mithya? This Bhinnatva of the Jagat other than Paramatma or different from Paramatma is Mithya. The independent existence sanctioned to the creation or the Jagat, that is Mithya. What we think Jagat exists independent of the Paramatma or Ishvara, that is Mithya. Then what is Jagat? Jagat is created by Ishvara. How? Abhinna nimitta upadana karana. Abhinna. Bhinna means there is no difference between that he himself is the material cause, he himself is the efficient cause. So, therefore, where the Jagat is considered as mithya in the Siddhanta, where this Jagat is considered as mithya, there वहाँ पे क्या होता है? There the Veshti Antakarana and Samasti Antakarana also become mithya. Where is Samasti and Vyashti, two concepts existing in the Jagat, which is considered as mithya? Mithya means it has not got independent satta. That is mithya. Mithya means it doesn't exist. No, that is not the question here. But Paramatma is appearing as Jagat, names and forms. And these names and forms have not got their independent existence apart from Paramatma. Therefore, it is mithya. The Tattvataha, this Jagat is nothing but Paramatma only. That Paramatma only appearing as all these names and forms. So, therefore, in this Siddhanta, Samashti and Vyashti Antakarana also doesn't exist, it also become mithya. Therefore, the difference between Jiva and Ishvara, saying that Ishvara's supremacy and Jiva's Uchchasthiti and Nichasthiti, Ishvara is supreme, Jiva is very low, this kind of differences also can never be proved, because this Mithyatva Jagat mein, when everything is mithya is understood, because of understanding Ishvara Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana. Therefore, Vyashti Antakarana, Samasti Antakarana is mithya. So, Vyashti Antakarana Baddha, the Jiva, Samasti Antakarana के द्वारा काम करने वाला ईश्वर, ऐसा कोई the difference can never be proved. Aikya. Therefore, now let us take another point of view to understand this above thought. Aikya we are discussing. So, generally, we say, it is very popular. Drashta and Drushya Bheda is very popular, very quite well known. We speak about it. In our classes also we discuss. Study classes. As though it is real. मैं दृष्टा हूँ, ये तो दृश्य है, दृश्य मिथ्या है, दृष्टा सच है. All those things. Now we ask a question. यदि दृष्टा दृश्य से अलग है या दृश्य दृष्टा से अलग है, what is that which is separating these two? यहाँ पे कोई सीमा है क्या, एक बाउंड्री लाइन है क्या, यहाँ से यहाँ तक दृष्टा और वहाँ से बाकी जगह पे दृश्य. What is संधि, कंजंक्शन दृश्य एंड दृश्य के बीच में? तो संधि क्या है? डिफरेंस इज वेरी पॉपुलर. हम कहते हैं दृष्टा है, ये दृश्य है, वेरी गुड, बट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज द संधि बिटवीन दृष्टा एंड दृश्य? और कैन वी सेट बाउंड्रीज? This is the boundary of drashya, this is the boundary of drashta. Up to this point is drashya, beyond this point is drashta, or up to this point is drashta, beyond this point is drashya. Can we say? Now, that means what? Is there any third object other than drashya and drashta which is existing and separating drashya from drashta or drashta from drashya, acting as sandhi? What is this third object? तो to that third object एक और दृष्टा है, दूसरी और दृश्य है. That third object sandhi can say to my right is drashta or to my left is drashta, to my right is drishya, whatever it is. And if there is any third vastu object acting as sandhi, because we talk of difference, drashta and drishya का अंतर हम बात तो करते रहते हैं, but we never thought what is that which is separating this. तो कोई थर्ड वस्तु होनी चाहिए which is separating drashta from drishya. So if there is any third object or vastu in between drashta and drishya, that third vastu should be again either drishya or drashta, because other than drishya drashta there is no other classification possible in the jagat, in the world. In the world is classified into two differences, drashta and drishya. If a third vastu is there, again that should fall in the categorization of either drashta or drishya. Therefore दृष्टा और दृश्य के बीच में कोई तीसरी वस्तु का अस्तित्व असंभव. उसका मतलब क्या है? दृष्टा और दृश्य के बीच में अंतर नहीं है. अंतर करने वाला या लाने वाली वस्तु या चीज कुछ भी नहीं है. Therefore, when no vastu in between drashya and drashta drishya and drashta is possible to exist, then we must say that actually there is no difference between drashya and drashta and drishya. हो गया. So when there is no sandhi between them, then there cannot be any difference actually. संधि नहीं है तो भेद भी नहीं हो सकता है. बट यहाँ पे भेद तो है ही नहीं, बट देयर कैन बी और कुड बी perception of difference. That is a problem. Perception of भ्रांति, भेद की भ्रांति हो सकती है, भेद नहीं हो सकता. भ्रांति हो रही है पर भेद नहीं है. Now, so where there is aham inverted commas in pramata, pramata means knower. प्रमाता में जिस प्रमाता में अहम आ गया है, परिच्छिन्न अहम, then there we talk about that limited I, परिच्छिन्न अहम. प्रमाता में यदि परिच्छिन्न अहम जब लाते हैं, that परिच्छिन्न अहम को हम कहते हैं दृष्टा. अब देखिए, where the दृष्टा is with the बुद्धि, उपाधि में that पूर्ण परब्रह्म वस्तु, अद्वैत वस्तु, when it is reflected in the buddhi, then there it attains the status of individuality. Then that becomes drashta with respect to that upadhi, and then that drashta he becomes pramata. Pramata, knower. Drashta became pramata now, a knower. Now, when we drop the buddhi upadhi and when we speak about drashta without upadhi, then we talk about Shuddha Drashta. Shuddha Drashta is Paramatma only. He can't be called a Drashta also, but we just are calling him as Shuddha Drashta from our understanding, for our clarity purpose. Like for example, we say when wife died, husband is there. Actually, husband cannot be there. Husband upadhi is only with respect to wife upadhi. Wife upadhi died. Husband upadhi dropped. He can't exist. So Suddha Drashta is not there. But Drashta, we only say Suddha Drashta for our clarity and understanding. Therefore, that Suddha Drashta is actually one, a reflecting in different upadhis and appearing as many. So ऐक्य दृश्य दृष्टा दृश्य के बीच में यदि अंतर ही नहीं है होता हो सकता, then ऐक्य takes place, ऐक्य अनुभव. Now one more dimension of thinking. थोड़ा ये कठिन हो सकता है समझने में, फिर भी प्रयास कीजिएगा. सो बी अलर्ट. आप देखिए, उपाधिस आर many, and this is pratyaksha for us. There are different upadhis which are seen by us. It's a pratyaksha. ये उपाधि अलग है, वो उपाधि अलग है, ये उपाधि अलग है. इसका every individual is a upadhi. It's a pratyaksha. Now, each upadhi of this anthakarana, each anthakarana upadhi is different from the others. That is, every upadhi or all upadhis among themselves are different from each other. Agreed? Agreed. Now, the question is now, whether the drashta in every upadhi is one or many? This is the question. Now, let us see. If we accept the differences in drashta, एक एक उपाधि में एक एक द्रष्टा है, क्योंकि एक द्रष्टा प्रमाता बनकर प्रमेय, अपना प्रमेय को खोज रहे हैं, वॉटएवर भोग रहे हैं प्रमाण के द्वारा. अपना प्रमाण, अपना इंद्रिय और अपने बुद्धि, अपना इंद्रिय अपना बुद्धि प्रमाण मानकर, और अपना प्रमेय जो है ईच प्रमाता एज इज ओन वर्ल्ड. ओके. If you accept differences in drashta because of the differences in upadhi, if you accept, that means if you say that there are many drashtas, one per upadhi, then we must say desha 1, in place 1 one upadhi, place 2 second upadhi, place 3 third upadhi, in the place desha 4 fourth upadhi, desha 5 fifth upadhi, fifth upadhi में fifth देश में, ऐसा अनेक अनेक देश. Now the question is, so this should be there because all the upadhis cannot remain in same place. Yes or no? So they have to exist in space, different spaces. Now the question is, अब देखिए, देश is औपाधिकम or upadhi is daishika? Question arises now. Desha is aupadhika or upadhi is daishika? Meaning what? Means the different upadhis exist in space, or different upadhis exist in space, or in upadhi capital the illusion of different spaces are created. अब ये क्या है? That means different upadhis are existing in desha. So So desha is support, different upadhis are there. और उपाधि एक ही है, उसमें देश की भ्रांति हो रही है. No, what is true? Now, if different upadhis are existing in space, then क्या होता है? Even after removing all the upadhis, space exists. देश तो रहता है. That means even after removing all the upadhis, if the space in which they were existing before, and that space continues to exist, that means it cannot be Brahma Vastu, because Brahma is Desha, Kala, Vastu, Rahita Vastu. So वहाँ पे क्या होता है? Brahma is devoid of space, time and object, and moksha cannot take place. Why? Desha is still existing. Liberation is not possible. सारा उपाधियों को मिट जाने दिया, मिटा दिया. सारे उपाधियों को भी मिटाने के बाद सारे उपाधि चला गया, तो मोक्ष मिल गया क्या? मिलता नहीं. क्यों? देश अभी भी है. इसलिए हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट ऐसे ही है कि सारे को सारों मार डाले मन में, सारा उपाधियों को निकाल दे और हमारा उपाधि बनी रहे, या तो हमको भी हटा देंगे हम अपने आप को. और क्या रहता है? अनंत आकाश रहता है. तो मोक्ष नहीं होता. दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. एंड नाउ देखिए, यदि कहे, आई विल जस्ट रीड वन पैराग्राफ, कि देश औपाधिक है तो भिन्न भिन्न देश उपाधि का आश्रय है, यह बात कहते ही नहीं बनेगी. अतः संपूर्ण विश्व को प्रतीत कराने वाली उपाधि एक है और इसीलिए उसका दृष्टा भी एक है. शेष सब के सब जीवाभास. कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आया आपको? आप देखिए, इफ यू से द स्पेस or desha is aupadhika, that means what? For each upadhi there is a different space, अलग अलग spaces are there. तो ये बनेगी नहीं. that means different spaces are there. ये हो ही नहीं सकता. space cannot, too many cannot be, so many spaces cannot exist. Therefore this is impossible, because you cannot say each space is different from other space supporting each upadhi. ये बेवकूफ है. ये भी नहीं हो सकता. और सारे upadhis are supported by only one space, then all upadhis are removed, the space still exists. इसका मतलब space तो रहता है. You can't remove desha, upadhi you can remove, then moksha will not take place. Therefore there is only one upadhi. एक जीववाद. There cannot be any different upadhis also. There is only one upadhi which is making the whole universe appear through it. Whole universe is appearing through one upadhi, and therefore drashta of such a universe, which is upadhi, is one upadhi only. The drashta of that universe also must be one only. And upadhi is one, drashta is also one. So therefore multiplicity of the various jivas or upadhis etc. is only jiva abhasa. It is actually not real. ऐक्य का हो रहा है कि नहीं? ऐक्य का बोध. From any angle you see, the differences is an illusion. Now, moreover, the difference or Bheda, such as Pramata, Pramana, Prameya, all these things, they are actually existing because of Abhiman, due to Abhiman, Dehabhiman. देहाभिमान है इसीलिए प्रमाता बन गया, तो प्रमाता है तो कुछ प्रमेय हो गया, तो प्रमाता और प्रमेय है, इसके बीच में संधि करने वाली या कराने वाली प्रमाण हो गया. व्हाट इज प्रमाण? इंद्रियादि, इंद्रियास एटसेट्रा बिकम प्रमाण. व्हाट इज प्रमेय? वेरियस ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. हु इज प्रमाता? The one who is seated in the Antakarna Upadhi, identified with Deha, Sharira. So where is these three existing? The difference between Pramana, Prameya, Pramata, Pramana and Prameya, जो भेद है, that is all because of देह अभिमान. अब देह अभिमान नहीं है तो ये कैसे हो सकती है? There cannot be any this kind of difference. So what is that Pramata and Prameya? Senses as Pramana, which is existing as Sandhi between Pramata and Prameya. All these three are existing or exist because of Deha Abhiman or identification with the body. Now, when we drop that identification with the body, one body, our body, then what will happen to us? We get identified with the Purnatva or totality. And in that state of the totality, there will not be any sandhi between Pratyak and Purna. देखो, देहाभिमान है, then we say Purna and Pratyak. Pratyak is you, individual consciousness. Purnatva, total consciousness. So now there is, because of this Dehabhiman, there is an apparent difference created between individual and total consciousness. When the Dehabhimana is dropped and the totality is realized, when in that realization there cannot be any bheda between Pratyak and Purnatva. कहाँ है भेद? क्योंकि in that state, what is that which is causing the difference? Abhimana. Dehabhiman. When you drop Dehabhiman, then you become Abhiman, total identity with totality. In that state of realization, there is no difference between Pratyak and Purnatvam. It's a beautiful point. वहाँ पे ये प्रत्यक है, ये पूर्ण अभी तो हो रहा है, मैं प्रत्यक हूँ, प्रत्यक चैतन्य, and that is पूर्ण चैतन्य. What is creating the difference between Pratyak and Purna? Dehabhimana. When that is dropped, there cannot be any difference between Pratyak and Purnatva. So, not only Drashta Drashya ke roop mein, but Pratyak and Purna, the difference also cannot exist. Aikya takes place there also. Therefore, in the absence of the light of that experience means ultimate experience alone, multiplicity shines. So multiplicity is shining means absence of that divine experience. Therefore, all the multiplicity can exist only in one, because we saw that Ishvara is abhinna nimitta upadana karana. So multiplicity can exist only in one. It cannot exist in multiplicity. And that too, that multiplicity is only an apparent realization or apparently existing, but not in real sense. Apparent means only seen. It's not real. Therefore, Paramatma is aprameya. Aprameya means prameya is measurable. Aprameya, he cannot be perceived as object of perception to measure and understand. Then who is this aprameya? when you say Paramatma is aprameya, and on that realization, upon realizing that universal self, there is no difference between Pratyak and Purnatva, then Paramatma is referred as aprameya. Then who could become that aprameya? Aprameya is none other than Aham. Not Parichinna Aham, Purna Aham. Purna Aham alone is aprameya. If Paramatma is Anya, if he is other than me, then he cannot be called as aprameya. Why? Other than me means he is Parichinna. Parichinna means prameya mein aa gaya hai. And therefore, aprameya when you refer, so if you accept Paramatma as prameya, then it becomes drishya vastu. Therefore, that is the reason why it is said in our Shastras that aprameyata is not non-different from pratyakatma or of our own self. Because aprameyata cannot be separated from our own pratyakatma. If it is separated, it becomes parichinna. If it becomes drushya, then it becomes prameya, not aprameya. Therefore, aprameya means it cannot be other than our own pratyakatma. So, in that pratyak and purnatva bheda also is removed. So, when is it that what is that which is that is creating a difference between drishya and drashta? ये अभी तक जो प्रतीत हो रहे हैं हम कह रहे हैं, what is that which is causing that illusion of differences between drishya and drashta? Ignorance, avidya. But avidya is doing all this. So our own ignorance, so the ignorance of our own real nature, that is creating us a illusion of separateness between drishya and drashta. Therefore, when ignorance is removed, drashta and drishya becomes one. Beautiful. So, essentially what is there? Essentially there is only oneness. So, dharma, upasana, yoga, all these things are meant for antakarana shuddhi. And in this way, when the illusoriness of objectivity, vishayatva, objectivity means vishayatva, illusoriness of objectivity means vishayatva ka bhranti. When the illusoriness of objectivity is realized, but vishayatva is only bhranti. This is realized. Bhrantitva, bhranti of vishayatva is realized, then there will not be any difference between I and you. Aham and idam, aham and tvam, these differences doesn't exist. And most important is, please understand, Vedanta removes this bhranti, but the bhana of bhranti is not removed. Vedanta removes this bhranti. Bhana means that awareness. You are realizing it, that bhana, knowledge, jnana ho raha hai. That bhana means not a jnana, understanding, dikh raha hai. That, so what is that Vedanta does? Vedanta bhranti ki nivrutti karati hai. बट भ्रांति का भान का निवृत्ति नहीं होती. दैट भान बनी रहता है. यू रियलाइज दैट डोंट रियलाइज द वर्ल्ड इज ऑलवेज सीन. Differences are always noticed, but the bhranti is removed. Just as in the childhood, I considered the blueness in the sky is a solid object, a painting. One day you can travel and touch the end of the space. When you grow, you understand it was only a bhranti of my understanding. But the blueness is never removed. Blueness continues to exist. So therefore, वेदांत भ्रांति को निवृत्त करता है, भान को निवृत्त नहीं करता. That is the essence. So therefore, we should not think that भेद की भ्रांति मिट जाने पर भेद की प्रतीति भी वो मिट जाती है, ऐसा कभी आशा मत रखना. So aikya is the oneness between, in any direction you see, between Chaitanya Rupena and Upadhi also is one, Drashta is one, Pratyak and Purna is one, Drashya and Drashta and Drashya is also one. So differences is illusion. And thus Vedanta next step is Aikya, which is also we have understood. So far we have completed 4. Adhikari Nirnaya, Guru Pasatti, Tvam-pada and Tat-pada Shodhanam, then Aikya. Tomorrow we will take up Virodha Parihara, and if possible, either we complete tomorrow or day after tomorrow we can take up Sadhana and Phala. So with these 3, Sadhana and Phala can be integrated into one, and Virodha Parihara. What is Virodha Parihara? That we will take up tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Arihi Om Sadgurunad Maharaj Ki Jai.